To some people, this is just a meeting. To the UNL mock trial team, this is preparation for the future.
Right. Well, for the first couple of weeks of the year, we'll get the case, and then we'll each kind of read through the whole case in its entirety, looking at the specific case law and the specific, I guess, stipulations. And then as we get more comfortable with that, we'll kind of break into roles and then go through the prosecution side of the case and the defense side of the case, since we have to try both at meets. And then at meets, we'll usually have two in the fall, 2, 3 in the fall, and then 3 in the spring. At the meets, you'll perform 4, I guess, trials, and you'll be 2 defense and 2 prosecution.
Okay. Practices for the team include many hours and lots of hard work.
So 4 hours a week practice minimum, just because you have to, and that's where we practice with the whole group. But yes, definitely if you're trying to do well, you do have to meet with individuals to try and hammer out different parts of the case. So like I am an attorney and I give a direct examination to a specific person. So many times we'll meet a couple times a week to go over just our parts that we play together. So we definitely practice at our actual practices, and then sometimes we have to prepare our questions on our own on the computer, and then sometimes we meet with the other people that we interact with the most and like work through our questions with them.
We have, I guess, we do most of our meeting obviously during practice. We try to be as efficient as possible. But after that, sometimes you will meet with your witness if you're an attorney or vice versa to kind of lock down what you're going to be talking about and kind of case strategy. And then we also do have 2 attorney coaches who have been invaluable throughout our whole time, Ron and Mark, and they are just a wealth of knowledge and really kind of, I guess without them it'd be impossible really to do mock trial because we have so many questions that would remain unanswerable. And there's like so many just legal issues that come up every year intentionally, and it really helps to have someone who has actual experience with to explain what's going on.
Consequences of what you do, what you brought about. So may not have intended to use it right.
When the mock trial team goes to competitions, they take it very seriously.
Right. Well, it's kind of an intense atmosphere because everyone's like very prepared, and it's a very analytical competition. But the atmosphere, it's like the mock trial atmosphere. It's very kind of kind, sort of between the trials. Like when you're doing the trials and going to their team, it's very serious, and you can't really joke around by any means because you compete to win. But between each round, it's very lighthearted, and you just kind of take a breather since it's so intense for that moment.
The team has traveled to many competitions and has enjoyed some success.
Yeah, well, it definitely depends on the year. Our first year, first starting out, we weren't that great of a team. I think we won 1 or 2 trials the entire year. But our second year, we really came through, and we actually made it past regionals into the opening round championships, which is just 1 step away from nationals. We didn't quite make it to nationals, but we were up there, and we had won a couple competitions. Not even just trials, but a couple competitions. And then just last year we did all right, not nearly as well as we did my sophomore year, but we did pretty well that year too. We would win some, lose some.
Even though they take the competition seriously, sometimes they have a little fun.
One time I was giving a cross-examination, and the person I was crossing wasn't really answering my questions. He was dodging my questions. So I actually had a notebook in my hand, and when I asked him the question, I asked him for like the 3rd or 4th time because he just wouldn't answer this question. I accidentally I was trying to just put it on the table, but I threw it a little harder than I should have, so it just slammed on the table and was extremely loud and extremely embarrassing, and I got a lot of laughs, and I get made fun of that sometimes still, but it's all in good fun, and you definitely learn from experiences like that.
If you want to get into law, maybe the mock trial team is what you need to go.
If you're thinking about it and you're not really sure, I think that you should at least try it out. It's a blast. It definitely helps you gain a lot of experience. It definitely helps you be able to talk in front of groups of people. It definitely helps you think on your feet. It's great in many aspects, both on the social side of things and on the academic side of things.